Imagine a train zipping from San Francisco to Los Angeles in just 2 hours and 40 minutes. That was California's high-speed rail dream in 2008, a $33 billion promise of progress. Fast forward to 2025, $15.7 billion spent, no trains running, and costs soaring to $128 billion. What went wrong? Let's dive into the saga of California's high-speed rail project, spotlighting one man, a Santa Clarita Republican named Mike Antonovich, whose political deal added billions to the tab. Antonovich's Palmdale detour, alongside Democratic bureaucracy and Elon Musk's Hyperloop hype, turned a bold vision into a cautionary tale. In 2008, California voters approved Proposition 1A, greenlighting a $9.95 billion bond for an 800-mile high-speed rail. The pitch? A 220-mile-per-hour train connecting San Francisco to LA by 2020 for $33 billion, with private investors footing much of the bill. It was a Democratic dream championed by Governor Jerry Brown, but by 2012, costs had doubled to $68.4 billion, and one Republican's influence was already reshaping the project.
I introduce my colleague from the 5th Supervisorial District, Mike Antonovich.
Enter Mike Antonovich, a Republican Los Angeles County Supervisor with 36 years of political clout, representing the Santa Clarita Valley and the Antelope Valley, a desert region hit hard by 14% unemployment in 2011. Antonovich saw the rail as a lifeline. Antonovich's vision wasn't just talk, and he sealed the deal with a backroom move. A 2022 New York Times expose revealed he traded support for a lucrative Marina del Rey lease renewal with Jerry Epstein, a CHSRA board member, for Epstein's vote to route the rail through Palmdale. Art Bauer, a former staffer for California's Senate Transportation Committee, put it bluntly, "If I get my lease, you get my vote." That was the deal. The result? A 41-mile detour through the Mojave Desert and Tehachapi Pass, adding $8 billion, 12 minutes to LA trips, and engineering nightmares. 9 tunnels, 200-foot viaducts, and the steepest grade in the project. That one political favor set off a chain reaction of delays. Experts like France's SNCF had urged a direct Interstate 5 route, but Antonovich's clout prevailed, prioritizing a city of 152,000 over California's urban core. By 2014, facing protests from Acton residents over noise and environmental groups for building the train through the Angeles National Forest, he doubled down, proposing a $22.6 billion tunnel-heavy route to Burbank. That route is still unfunded in 2025. No private investors stepped up, and only 119 miles are under construction. Why? Liberal columnist Ezra Klein, in a 2025 New York Times piece, claimed that this was a Democratic failure rooted in bureaucracy. Klein points to what he calls vetocracy, a system where red tape and stakeholders paralyze progress. California's environmental reviews cost $1.3 billion and stalled land acquisition, with 92 of 2,300 parcels still unacquired. The CHSRA, run by Democratic appointees, spent $15.7 billion without tracks, marred by cronyism with politically connected consultants. In 2019, Governor Gavin Newsom admitted defeat, scaling back to a $35 billion Merced-Bakersfield segment, a train to nowhere with just 2 million projected riders. California's love of process over outcomes is stark when you compare globally. Japan built its Shinkansen in 5 years for $9 billion, $26 million per mile. California's at $176 to $256 million per mile, with a 2030 to 2033 target for 171 miles. Klein warns this erodes trust, pushing voters towards skepticism over liberal promises. Other Democratic compromises didn't help. A $30 billion San Jose route, a $35 billion Central Valley start, and a slower LA blended system added $40 to $60 billion in 20 to 30 minutes. Antonovich's reroute and excessive bureaucracy were not the only things in the way of completing high-speed rail. In 2013, Elon Musk threw a curveball by introducing his vision for a Hyperloop. The Hyperloop was a theoretical system that would propel passengers in pods through low-friction tubes. His biographer, Ashley Vance, says Musk hoped it would kill the rail, protecting Tesla's car business. Hyperloop One raised $450 million but collapsed in 2023, leaving nothing to show. Its real impact? Fueling skepticism, giving critics and Republicans ammunition. Republicans pounced. In 2025, Donald Trump called California high-speed rail the worst managed project, launching a $4 billion funding review. Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley demanded an FBI probe. Today, 119 miles are under construction, with Merced to Bakersfield eyed for 2030 to 2033. Palmdale's $22.6 billion link to Burbank, unfunded. The full San Francisco to LA route, no timeline, with a $100 billion gap.